Riker's jaw tightened, a deep crease forming between his brows. Maeve, I am not doing this with you right now, he snapped. Simon said another 10 minutes and Gemma would be brain dead. They just pumped her stomach. I am not leaving her side. Lorraine dug her acrylics into my shoulder, her voice a venomous hiss. What kind of sister are you? Your sister was literally fighting for her life, and you're whining about a wedding? The commotion stirred Gemma. Her pale fingers weakly curled into the fabric of Riker's sleeve. Where are you guys going? It's fine, just leave me your jacket, Riker. I'll be okay. She blinked up at me, huge tears spilling over her lashes. Please don't be mad at me, Maeve. I don't want to be this needy. I just need a scent to ground me. You guys go. Riker practically dove back onto the mattress, hauling her against his chest. I'm not going anywhere. I've got you. He shot a pointed look over his shoulder at Lorraine. Lorraine shoved me hard toward the hallway. Go get her some Panera. She needs soup. Now. I scrambled, catching Lorraine's wrist. Mom, please. I'm not making this up. Just give me 30 minutes with him. There's a system. If I don't marry Riker before I turn 30, it will erase me. I will cease to exist. Lorraine's face twisted with pure disgust. She swung her designer purse, slamming the heavy buckle into my ribs. You sick, jealous girl. Your sister is in the hospital and you're making up sci-fi delusions for attention? She swung again. It's just a piece of paper. Let him take care of her for one night. You are unbelievably toxic. Bruce stood in the doorway, shaking his head in absolute disappointment. He slammed the heavy oak door right in my face. My knees gave out. The cold linoleum crashed against my shins. Air trapped in my windpipe. A severe tremor ripped through my spine. Above me, the glowing red hourglass bled out another massive chunk of sand. I wasn't lying. I pressed my forehead against the freezing hospital wall. Tomorrow, I become nothing. The hospital corridor was dead quiet when Riker finally stepped out. Maeve, look, I'm sorry. He ran a frustrated hand through his messy hair. I really cannot leave. Her anxiety is off the charts. She refuses her meds unless I'm the one giving them to her. I stared at the man I loved. My vision tunneled. Tomorrow morning, first thing, the courthouse. My voice was hollow, devoid of any pitch. Riker, I am out of time. He blinked, the tension draining from his shoulders. A slow, arrogant smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth. Damn, you're that obsessed with locking me down, huh? I didn't blink. I didn't smile back. Yes, the only reason I exist in this world is to marry you. He leaned in, his lips brushing my cheek, a fleeting, obligatory pressure. Alright, crazy, go home. I'll get her to sleep and meet you at the apartment. We'll be the first ones at the courthouse when the doors open. The warmth in his eyes acted like a momentary anesthetic. The crushing weight on my chest eased slightly. Just sign the papers. Then the nightmare ends. My hand subconsciously drifted to my lower stomach. The fabric of my shirt felt impossibly thin under my fingertips. I had a secret, a surprise waiting for him once we were finally safe. Sunlight stabbed through the blinds. I shot up. The sheets beside me were cold, smooth. Riker never came home. 9 a.m. The spectral hourglass suspended in my vision was brutally half empty. Beat. A long, piercing frequency split my skull. 12 hours remaining. Arlo's voice was devoid of mercy. Accelerate your progress, Maeve. I shoved our marriage license and IDs into my purse. My fingers shook uncontrollably as I typed out a text. Heading to the courthouse now. What's your ETA? I stood on the courthouse steps. The wind ripped right through my thin sweater. No response. I hit call. One ring. Call ended. He declined it. A text bubble finally popped up. Simon is doing morning rounds. Be a good girl and wait outside for a bit. A second later, a photo loaded. It was a selfie. Gemma, looking frail and delicate, was fast asleep. Her face was buried deep into the curve of Riker's neck.